Alright, welcome back to Country Homestead. In today's video we're going to be adding some concrete piers in there by the house, and then we're going to be putting some out there on the edge. When we designed this, I figured we'd do 4-foot centers, do a 4 foot from the edge and another 4 foot and a 4 foot from the other edge, so that'd give us our 12 foot, and that 4 foot's just too much of an overhang. There's a little bit of movement, so we're going to put concrete piers and 2 more beams, one on each edge. And we'll go underneath and we'll put our beams, and you see over here, that's just too much overhang. So we got our brick and we got some more old brick over yonder, and we're gonna brick her up and put some more beams under. These beams you see here, we cut on our sawmill. We have a Woodland 122 manual sawmill that we had set up, and we cut them beams. They're 4x6 and 16 foot 6 long, and you'll see the beams, they stick out the end of the deck on each end, and once we get done with it, make sure it's all square, we're going to cut the beams off flush. Here you'll see that I'm getting a plumb line ready, and what I do, I screw a screw in the edge of the deck on top, and I hang my plumb line so I know exactly where I need to put my blocks in line with the post underground under the deck, so I can get them all squared up, get ready. That way when we're done we can put our underpinning on. As you can see on the end blocks, we double stack the blocks. We put a 4-inch by 16-inch by 16 pad, we level it up, and then we double block it, and we stagger the blocks. 2 will go one way, 2 will go the other. Double block it all the way up to the top. Then we'll cap it with another 4-inch 16 by 16 pad. And here in the middle, where the 2 beams meet, we'll do the same thing. There you can see I dropped the plumb line so I know where to put the edge of my blocks. We'll double stack them all the way up, cap it, leave enough room for some wood and then some shims, and we'll get it all squared away. see that I get my beam 6 inches from the edge, and I get it lifted up, get some treated wood underneath it, and then I use some wooden shims that will slide under each side and kind of get it adjusted up. And right now we're just getting it close. We're getting it to where we're pretty well level. And once we get the structure built on top, we'll go through and we'll re-level everything and make sure the house is back level and the porch is level. All of it will be leveled together.
We'll just get shims and we'll start shimming it like we did here. Shimmy cricket.
What's cricket? Where is it?
Blah, blah, blah.
Where's the cricket?
That looks good.
Where's the cricket at?
There ain't one, baby. Okay, as y'all can see the beams, I'm out of shims. I gotta go down to Home Depot and pick up some more of these shims to shim it up.
Where's the shim?
Yeah, we'll get it all shimmed. The grandbabies are here to supervise. And the only day I'm not wearing my overalls, and they both got overalls on. Look at that. And then we'll go underneath and we'll start putting brick and all that up there by the edge of the house all the way down. And then when we get done with it, I don't think this right here is going to go nowhere. Pretty solid. We double brick on the outside pier, on that outside pier, and then this center pier where the two beams will meet. And of course, when we shim it, them beams will be even. I'm just out of shims.
And wouldn't you know it, Home Depot did not have any of them shims. So we ended up, we made a jig to put on our miter box saw, and we cut our own shims out of some pressure treated 2x4s. So it worked real good. We got a bunch of them cut up. And if you'd have noticed whenever my grandbaby was in there, the oldest one, she was looking for a cricket because I said Jiminy Cricket. And she was wanting to know where the crickets were. And I had to explain to her there wasn't no crickets. As you can see here on the end closest to the house, we're going to use a 4x4 post beam that we cut on our sawmill. Now that's a true 4x4. It's 4 inches by 4 inches. We cut it ourselves, and I made sure I cut it a true. The house is so low to the ground. When we had that house moved in, we paid to have a company move it, but we set it up ourselves, you know, leveled it and all that because it was cheaper. And we're all about doing things cheap. So we made it to where it was just a pad and a brick. It's pretty low to the ground. So that's what I wanted. I didn't want it real high. And the porch right there is low. So we went with the 4x4 because we really didn't have the room for the 4x6 and, you know, do the brick and still crawl under it and work. pretty well wrapping up the porch here underneath on the foundation. We're gonna start here shortly on cutting some more 2x4 studs, and we're gonna start framing all the walls and the roof and get it all finished up and get it dried in. We're gonna do some board and bat on it, and you know, we appreciate y'all's time and you coming and watching the videos. If you would, you know, jump over and check out some of our other videos. We got several videos made up of the homestead here, and we appreciate your time. Y'all have a good one.